This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to acknowledge and thank our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Sean McGuire, Yanis, LightBlindedFool, Deyvis Ferreira, Green Man, Margaret, Big C, Bennett Williamson, Hannah Green, Noralia, Geof, Searles, Erik Reed, Greysin Ishara, Helena Jacobsen, Matthew Mendoza, Cyndi, Sims, Patrick Wallbankk, Manethraen, Andrew Scarponi, and Mr. Boddy's Body. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Kevin Adams, Shane Stewart, and Angela to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team, and we want to thank Jeremy Tomasulo for increasing his pledge at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. We really, really, truly could not do this without you. In this episode, we're talking about Chapter 5 of A Memory of Light.
Yeah, Chapter 5 is To Require a Boon. It's meeting day. We did it.
Well, we made it, yeah.
Yeah, we're in the middle. This is good.
It's sort of good. It goes about as well as I expected it to go.
Yeah, I actually appreciate how terribly it goes. And
you appreciate that?
I do. I do appreciate how badly it goes.
Because it's real life?
It's real life, but it's I'll kind of talk about when we get into it. But Rand walks in with his list of demands, and they tell him no to everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously it's going to go terribly.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, then... too bad.
Well, shove it up your butt. Yeah. No, but I like it. And on rereads for me of it, I don't know if I've ever really focused on how terribly it really does go.
Yeah.
Because it goes bad, but
squabble,
it
squabble,
goes bad.
Squabble.
Yeah.
Everything you have to say and everything you thought of is bad and nobody likes it.
Yeah. Well, this is your idea? No. Another idea? No. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but here we are.
Don't worry, someone shows up who hasn't been here in years to save the day.
I love it.
Even though she has no clue what's happening in the world, at all.
It's fine.
It's fine. Definitely gonna save the day.
It's fine. It's part of the pattern, okay?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. All right, so the fun fact is actually kind of neat because we get a interesting little scene stuck in the middle of this right before the meeting actually happens. And it's all about King Rodran of Mirandy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the scene before the meeting starts where Rand and the Ashaman sort of face off against him.
Okay, yep.
And the Ashaman are on high alert, and Rand is staring down at him into his eyes.
You're not...
Yeah,
you're not him.
You're not him. And I could have sworn, and Rodran's like, who? And he's like, shoot, I could have sworn, where are you? Because it's our favorite mystery, Forsaken.
Absolutely.
Where the heck is this guy?
Yeah.
So there were a lot of popular theories about Demandred being King Rodran in the fandom.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of evidence that was brought up about why it's possible for Demandred to be posing as or just being King Rodran because he's kind of a latecomer to the party. So Demandred mentioned that his rule was secure, and he talks about gathering his forces for war, which both are what King Rodran are doing. And it was also the fact that Mirandy, as a country, literally never comes together. They're terrible, and but all of a sudden, they're united right before the last battle. Okay, kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also very close to all the events in the south, all the alien stuff.
Yep.
And Samael at one point mentions that the events in the south have Demandred's name written all over it.
Okay.
So there was quite a few indicators that maybe it's possible. So, Rodran being Demandred, using it as a base of operations because he's got access to all these nations right around Mirandy.
Sure.
Anyways, so it's revealed here that Rodran is not Demandred, and with Rand apparently also being convinced, it's a bit of a head nod from Brandon Sanderson to all the theories out there and the fact that they're wrong.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That explains that entire scene.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, that's super interesting. We're going to get into it.
Yes.
I thought you were going to wait and save it and ask me and be like, ooh, do you know what this means? But then...
Yeah, you figured it out. You said it before I said it, so there you go. It's no worries.
Okay, so Chapter 5, To Require a Boon. However, we don't find out exactly what that boon is.
No, not yet.
Yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I got some theories.
Okay. I'm interested to hear that.
Okay, so the chapter symbol is the Aiel shield and spears, I guess because we start with Avienda.
Yeah.
And Avienda's the one who's going to require the boon
Yeah.
for the savior of the Aiel people. That's my speculation.
Yeah.
That's because that's her whole thing
Yes.
since yesterday.
Yeah. Well, since she went through to Ruidian and
Literally,
sees things
that
go
happened.
terribly.
Didn't that happen yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very recent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the Dragon's Peace turns out maybe not super
Not
great.
great for the Aiel people.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Rand's perspective, and it's morning, and he's waking up from his weird dream with Moradin.
Yes.
I was going to say Ishmael, but it's Moradin.
Yeah, with Moradin. Yeah.
And now he does some whole reminiscing stuff about waking up in the good old days, back on the farm. And
There's so much exposition in this chapter. There's so much.
There's a lot.
And a lot of fanfare of people walking and like who
and
people
thinking.
and where they are and who's in the amount of people that are going to the meeting.
Yeah.
So I figured like I'll talk about most of that.
I thought you would because I didn't write any of it down.
Yeah, I'll like tally off the names of who we know. And we don't even know everybody who's at this meeting.
No, but we get a lot of thoughts about what people think about who's here and how and why. And
well, we get thoughts of what people think, the other people think about
exactly
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's really only the two perspectives, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So anyways, more importantly, he puts on a robe, which will be important for later. The robe goes on.
Does it come off later?
Well, yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought you were. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
Puts
got
the
a
robe
robe. He can feel these are the last moments before the last battle arrives. It's super dramatic.
Yeah.
He can feel the land. It's a whole thing.
It's really important too, because I want to talk about this because we get more of it with the meeting. So we've talked about the dragon being one with the land and the land being one with the dragon.
Is that part of the prophecy?
Yeah. So the dragon is the world in a lot of senses. Like how Rand is doing is how the world is doing. We saw it in the Ishamael Rand Sky battle, like way back when. Mm-hmm. Above Falm, and the way things are going, the way things are going for Rand is the way things are going for the world and vice versa. So when it's going better for him, then we see good things happen. We see the sunlight parting. We see grass growing. He can be in touch with the land.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And when it's not going so well, there's bad things that happen.
Terrible things.
It's not great. So not 100%, but that is a very big part of Rand being the dragon.
Okay, and I feel like that's a bit of recap for us.
A little bit, but I wanted to point out that he can feel the land sort of like a water bond, he thinks.
Okay. Sure, Rand.
Yeah.
We believe you.
We do believe him. Of course we should believe him. Yes. Okay. So he gives orders to the maiden outside on guard. The meeting is going to take place in 1 hour.
Tell everyone.
Get everybody prepared. It's meeting time.
Mm-hmm.
But first.
Got to do some smooching.
Well, yeah. He turns around and Avienda's there, naked.
And she thinks it's very funny because she's like, haha, you're very hard to sneak up on. This is like a fun game for me. I have to move very slowly. And he's like, why do you want to sneak up on me? I don't understand.
For the smooches.
Yeah.
So it's romantic and it's cute. And then Rand's a dummy and brings up the igloo thing and shouldn't have.
She's like, no.
Yeah, don't talk about that.
That brings me shame. And he's like, what?
I don't understand. You'll feel shame about things? Yeah, turns out. Anyways.
Well, he doesn't get why it was shameful before but not shameful now.
Yeah.
That's the disconnect for him.
He doesn't understand anything.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Except the land.
Yeah, he does.
He understands
the land is holding on to life.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So they have a little bit of back and forth banter. And then Avienda doesn't think there's going to be time for a bath.
No, but there is time for a magic shower.
Magic shower. Yeah, it's like a whirlpool vortex of swirling soap.
No, it's like, yes.
He washes her hair.
Yeah.
Like, so the robe comes off. That's the important part. He doesn't shower with the robe.
I think of like Disney cartoons.
Oh,
of, like, Disney princesses
like
getting their hair washed by birds and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to imagine, it's like, and what kind of soap are we using? Like, is this good soap for hair? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What are the alternatives, though?
We got to wash our hair.
Yeah. Well, I guess soap shavings.
Yeah.
It's fine. So swirling vortex, it's all good.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
You would do that? You would go into the swirling vortex of magical?
Yeah. I also love the idea of magic showers where after I can just make the water leave.
Yeah.
Right?
And dry off mostly.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
completely. And
Right.
that sounds great. Because
Right.
the worst part about showers is then getting out of the shower.
Is it?
And then being, all wet and stuff.
Okay.
And then my hair's wet. And then I have to dry it
Yeah.
or let it dry. And then, like, they have to be completely dry or my clothes don't go on, like, well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
like,
get that.
oh, gosh.
I get it, but I don't get it because
Sometimes I put off getting out of the shower
Yeah.
just because I'm dreading
Right.
what it's going to feel like when I'm out of the shower.
See, the interesting thing is that I can sort of connect with that, but not really because the hair thing. Because, like, short hair, I can just towel dry my head and it's
dry.
pretty dry,
Uh-huh.
right? You can't do that with.
Nope.
So I get it, but I don't get it. So I think I don't know.
I think you don't care. You like showering.
Yeah.
I mean, I like shower. Don't get me wrong. I like showering. I just don't do it as often as you. I don't feel the need.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever.
And it's so much work.
Okay, there you go.
Sometimes it's a little overwhelming to think about taking a shower, okay?
All right. Do like put your hair in a thing and so it doesn't get wet, maybe?
Yeah, but that's also work.
Oh, I guess so.
That's like another step
Yeah.
to the thing that's a lot of work.
Magical swirl vortex showers. I get it now.
It sounds
There you
great,
go.
actually. It sounds like no work.
Okay.
Especially if someone does it for me. Oh,
Now, now
I
we
just
got
stand there.
Now we got other things to talk about though besides the shower.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually they're done the shower and something is bothering Avienda and she tells Rand that today she's going to require a boon. And
I should let you know, just out of courtesy, because
Yep.
you're my lover.
You don't ambush people.
Yeah, I'm
like
just
that.
letting you know. I'm not telling you what it is now.
Well, she doesn't know what it is. She's like, I don't know what it's going to be just yet. And you don't even have to say you're going to agree to it. But, like, I'm giving you a heads up.
No, she's like, my boon will require you to change your plans.
Yeah.
In a drastic way, probably, and it's going to be important. So I think she's got an idea of what it's going to be. She's just waiting to see the things he says.
Yes, yeah.
To see what exactly she's going to have to ask of him.
Well, I mean, and that's the big part. It's like there's not a full understanding on either side, I would say, of what exactly it's going to...
Well, and I thought a boon was like a gift.
Yeah, she's going to have to ask a gift of him. A boon doesn't have to be a physical gift. It
No,
can be like a...
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm going to ask a favor of you. Like
Yeah.
that I need you to come through on. So he says, like, sure.
He shouldn't.
But, I mean, I guess we'll see.
I don't think he should just say anything for you, my love.
Well, right, he just got out of the swirl vortex shower.
Uh-huh. I don't think he should say that.
Well,
Because it's going to be bad
He's not-
when he can't or doesn't want to
he can go
say
back
yes.
on his word, though. Like, he's not magically
I know he
bound to it.
can, but it's not going to be great for the relationship.
Well, it's the last battle.
I don't think we should just tell people what they want to hear and then go back on our word.
Of all
and
days,
then make
now is the
people
best
mad.
day to tell everybody what they want to hear, right?
Well, she specifically says, I'm going to need you to change your plans, probably.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Well, because he's like, it's the best plan. Why? Once she hears the plan, she's not going to want to change anything. It's so great. So I'd be like, of course, sure, why not? It's the best plan. Okay.
Okay.
We got to get to this plan, though.
Okay, well, first we have to get to Egwene
Right.
waking up not at the Fields of Marilor.
Yes, we got to do the perspective change. in
Yeah,
this,
because she's so fancy
Yeah,
that
okay.
she needs her sleep in a bed. Okay?
Well, this was Gawain's idea, and she
And she-
reluctantly agreed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, reluctantly agreed. Why don't
Yeah.
you go sleep in your... Okay.
Oh, I guess that's... Oh, and because there's assassins after me, if they think I'm at the Field of Marilor, I guess I could sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Instead of camping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I could do all the camping part without, like, just, like, teleport back to
Camping
great.
after? Yeah.
Love it. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you don't have to spend overnight
Yeah.
camping.
Yeah.
Because that's arguably the worst part of camping.
If you could teleport, like, I like all the late night stuff and the fires and the all the way up
and
until
the
I'm
hiking and
sleeping.
the things and
yeah.
the outdoor and the play.
Yeah.
All of that's good.
But the teleport back to my bed, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
With, let's say, magic shower.
Magic shower. Yeah, that'd be good too.
That would be great for camping.
Okay.
Let's talk about camping more.
Let's
Because
talk about magic showers.
let's talk about magic while camping.
Yeah.
Everybody would like camping.
We can't because it's the end of the world.
Oh, shoot.
So,
Okay.
she's back in her bed, not in, like, it's the sleeping chamber of her study, so it's not exactly her bedroom. It's her
Well, it's
second
because her
bedroom.
other bedroom's still all messed up from the assassin attack that was like literally days ago?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Clean up the bodies. Get the blood out of there.
Well, I think they did clean up the bodies.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just all like curtains ripped and stuff. And hello, we have magic.
Yeah.
We could have magicked it all away.
We have other things going on right now.
Clearly.
Okay, so she's getting dressed, she's getting washed up, and then she goes out to see Gawain sitting at Sylviana's desk reading something, a report. And she's like, excuse me, like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's not her report. It's a letter.
It's my report. I just sat down.
No, but it's not even his report. It's a letter that's for Egwene.
Yeah.
And then she's like, excuse me? Yeah. And he's like, well, I thought it was okay because it wasn't sealed and it's just about Andor and that's my home. Yeah. Like, I kind of agree with her to an extent that, Gawain, don't just like open up the Amyrlin's mail.
Sure.
That's probably not your job. But also I get it because...
I medium get it. Yeah.
Caemlyn's fallen. So, but first, we actually skipped it. Egwene has a dream.
Oh, like
we
hold the world together.
Yes, exactly. So she's walking around a frozen pillar of glass. It looks like a column of light. She doesn't really know what it means. And then the vision changes. There's a sphere. It's the world.
I think it's Rand. I think he's the pillar of light.
Oh, okay. And then, so this is the world. The sphere is the world. And it's cracking, right? So she is frantically trying to hold it together with cords and is taking
duct tape.
So much effort.
She's trying to duct tape the whole world back together.
Yeah, okay. So, and then Rand is the column of light, you believe?
Yeah.
I get it.
Who's probably causing some cracks.
Probably.
Here
like,
and
we're going into the last battle to fight the Dark One.
Absolutely,
so yeah, so she's not really sure exactly.
I think that it's... Well, obviously, all the dreams are very metaphorical in nature.
Sometimes. Sometimes they are.
Well, I would say this is a metaphor for this meeting and what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And how Rand wants to break apart the seals, and
Sure.
she doesn't want them broken.
Yeah.
And so in her mind, she's holding the world together, and it's her job to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. She does. She's pretty headstrong this chapter.
Yeah.
So is Rand, but so is she.
She doesn't like meetings that she's not in charge of.
Yeah. Or privy to the information beforehand. Like, and I get why. Like, nobody's going to like that.
And I think that she's highly emotional when it comes to Rand specifically. Because I've seen her cool, calm, and collected, cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. Well, they both literally
meetings,
revert to their old Two Rivers selves. I love it,
just
though.
Like arguing back and forth, because I've seen her
Yeah.
in meetings that she wasn't even like invited to be at.
Yeah.
Walk in, sit there and say nothing.
Yeah.
And then influence what happens at the end by saying like one or two really cool, important things.
That's what can happen if you get in the room in an argument with your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, God.
And you're like, oh, this is why we're not together anymore. Right here.
God, you suck.
Right here. Okay.
You never listen to anything I say.
But I like it too, because it is very, in my eyes, realistic. Because if you go away...
Enough realism in my fantasy book, okay?
Yeah, but if you like leave your hometown and then go back, you can have like a reversion? You revert back to like your old self when you're with the people who you were with like years ago.
Yeah.
Like there is that, you fall right back into, So anyways, we're not there yet. She had a dream. She wakes up. Gawain's reading this report, and the report is not good. Caemlyn's fallen.
But Trollocs didn't burn the whole city, they don't think, so we
That's
might
true.
be able to like rebuild and stuff at a later time.
Yeah.
Lots of people escaped, but it's hard to say how many.
Also,
there's
like
probably still tons either in the city, trapped, or dead.
Probably like hundreds of thousands dead, probably. Like some people got out, but a lot of people probably not so much.
Also, Caemlyn held most of Andor's food supply for all the troops.
And that's not good either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have to deal with that.
As Gawain and Egwene feast on breakfast.
Yeah, fruit. Even if it's a little bit mushy, I guess.
Or whatever.
It's still fruit. Yeah, there's a couple of things that we have to go over because they're just like chit-chatting about a bunch of different things. So a little update on the Lylewyn and Captain Domin.
Did you talk to that Shanshan woman with the Ilianer? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, sort of.
Nynaeve seems to sort of vouch for her.
Sort of vouching. She called her several variations of wool-headed and said she probably won't do Egwene any intentional harm. So I guess
what? That's all we can say about most people.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's not,
Like most people in my life are relatively well-intentioned.
Yeah.
And don't cause me like
not going to intentionally break your stuff, but like probably will. But it will be an accident.
Especially my children.
Yeah.
And glass pantry doors.
Exactly. It's really the pantry door's fault for...
Well, it's the layout. The pantry door swings open, and so does the fridge door, kind of into each other.
So then you put a 5-year-old, and then you get her to open both at the same time.
Well, one was already, like, the pantry door was already open.
Something's going to give, and it's the glass.
It's the glass of the pantry door,
yeah. Boom.
The fridge won.
Yeah, I did.
Nobody else won.
No. No. Okay. All right.
The fridge is actually going to lose because I'm going to buy a new freaking fridge because I hate that fridge.
Hate that fridge. Okay. So Lyle, and Damen are, I guess, temporarily detained still by tower guards. They're being watched. It's fine. Nothing else is happening.
No.
Here.
Uneventful. Yeah. Don't care. Move on. Next.
Moving on. Okay. Hey, by the way, Egwene, did you see the note at the bottom of the note? Rand's meeting is in half an hour.
Yeah, it's now.
It's like, dude, point that out at the beginning.
Yeah, we're sitting here eating a leisurely breakfast.
And you're chatting. Be like, by the way, the meeting's in 30 minutes. I get that you can teleport there.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
But maybe we want to be a little early.
She's like, oh, shit.
And then we gotta go now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe we can be late, and then show that that we're in charge. We don't even care. And he's like, no, he will start the meeting, and then I won't be there for it.
Literally start it, and that won't be good either.
Yeah. Okay. So we gateway back to the Field of Marilor.
Gateway back into the tent.
Yes.
Because she even has guards outside her tent to like makeshift like.
Yeah.
She's sleeping in there the whole night.
Yeah.
Even though definitely not. Yeah. Which is honestly the best use of gateways. And I don't know why we're not doing that more often.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to avoid sleeping like on camping beds, but also no one knows where you are.
Protect your commanders.
Can't be like murdered and stuff in your sleep if you're not where people think you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I get it.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Well, what's safer, to be where nobody knows or to be protected by a bunch of guards? What's safer though?
I like both options.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because sometimes you're attacked when nobody knows where you are.
Yeah. Yep.
And then no rescue.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so we get a very exposition-centric couple of pages here. Because she is...
It's wordy.
Yeah.
It's wordy. Egwene has so many thoughts about everything going on around her. And the next, I'd say, 15 pages are just Egwene thinking about who's here, what's going to happen. Like, it's typical anxiety brain. And maybe I didn't like reading it because I felt overwhelmed being in her brain.
It's so much stuff.
It's just so much. And she's thinking this and this and this. And she's clearly anxious for this meeting to happen.
Yeah. My favorite part, though, is the very first thing she thinks as she exits her tent. And she thinks, the world needs an Amberlin today.
Oh, God.
And I am that Amberlin.
That also was the part that...
it's good.
Yeah. And I mean... I don't disagree. It's just the arrogance.
The smudginess.
Because she's like, everybody knows this meeting is about me and Rand, or rather, the Dragon Reborn and the Amberlin seat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Everybody knows that? No? Like, you're so full of yourself, it's wild.
Yeah, I would argue that it's actually about all the leaders of the world.
Exactly. About everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yes, you are one leader of a faction.
Yeah.
That is an important part of this world, for sure.
Yeah, you're an important part for the second thing that he talks about in the list of three things.
And she's like, I'm bored. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. What about the thing I came here for? Now we're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
But
but that is her entire...
Yeah, and I'm like, Egwene, cool it.
Yeah.
Play it cool. Like, you're so good at that in every other situation.
Yeah. It's the whole... It's reverting back to dealing with Rand.
Is it severe in nature? But Rand gets all flustered too. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's literally like ex-boyfriend, girlfriend.
Ugh.
Like,
you get under
argument.
my skin, okay? You really grind my gears.
Okay. So I'm going to go over some of these thoughts that she has because I want to put them on the record.
Okay. Go ahead.
Most importantly, the name of her horse is Sifter.
Okay.
Okay, that's one. Now, she writes out instructions for Sylviana to go and do during this meeting, and we're going to send sisters to help with healing for the refugees in Camelin, and we're going to try and shift people to Whitebridge as a base of operations.
Yeah, smart. Okay.
Just like for...
You know what? Good movement. Good thinking. Let's do it. Let's walk and plan.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, now we get a very specific description of the Field of Marilor, and like all the different parts.
It's just basically chaos.
There was a map in the last book of it, and if you look at that map and then read this description, it's actually very well done.
Oh.
We're not going to do that now, but it's
I don't even have any books.
You have no books.
I have no
today.
books, not this one or the last one, so
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly at this moment do that.
No, you couldn't, but you
Yeah.
can go back and do your homework.
Okay.
But anyways, there's also an Ogier steading nearby, and Egwene visited, but Rand didn't, from what she knows, and he didn't invite the Ogier to this meeting. We already know what the Ogier are doing, deciding if they go back to their home planet on a spaceship. That's supposedly happening.
Right, but I guess good on Egwene for going to do that visit
Yeah,
to that random steading.
I guess so. We'll see if anything comes of that.
Yeah.
All right. So we have all the nations showing up now. So just a quick rundown of things she thinks about, because we don't have to talk about all of them.
Good.
But we do have the Borderlander flags, and then Perrin's got his own flag, and she thinks that's kind of weird.
Of course
we
she
got
does.
Elaine riding at the front of her own army. We got Terrans and Illianers, who, in her opinion, are way too close together because we don't want anything happening.
We know they hate each other.
Yeah, we all know that. Okay. And then we got the Aiel, all except the Shido, obviously. And then the Sea Folk are showing up through gateways right now, which is pretty cool.
And my favorite of Egwene's thoughts here are, how could they be here? I didn't invite them.
Yeah. It's...
Oh, you're the only one who can talk to people in the world and invite them to this
He's
thing?
literally their Koromor, too. Like,
Yeah.
he is prophesized part of their,
Yeah.
cultural phenomena.
She's like, this whole thing wouldn't even be happening if I didn't reach out to everyone. I sent out the invite list to this party.
You said the invite list to try and, trash talk
and then
Rand.
ones who said, no, I don't want to help you, weren't invited.
Yes, yeah.
So-
so we have all the nations here except for Morandi and Eridomen, which are going to show up in a second here, and then the Shanshan Hilllands. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're good to go because the clouds are parting for Rand. It's all good, sunny around here. It's great.
Well, but my favorite thing here is when Egwene reaches Elaine and they have a little brief conversation.
Yeah.
Because Caemlyn has fallen, but Elaine says the city isn't the nation.
Yeah, she's pretty positive right now. Like, she's showing a strong front right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably, bad, but she's putting on a brave face.
Yeah, and Elaine shares some information with Egwene that I don't know if, it's gossipy.
A little
anything.
bit. Yeah, sure.
Avienda spent the night with Rand, but he
But-
hasn't said what he's trying to do today. Or
Yeah.
not. We don't know. And Egwene's like, I already know what he's going to do today.
Yeah. Well, we don't know his demands, and then we got... So, Darlin is the steward, but is going to be...
King of
presumably
Tyr.
King of Tyr. And then
Yep.
we got Gregorin from Ilion, who is the steward because Rand is the king.
Rand is the king.
Yeah. So that's going to be sort of important for this meeting here.
And even though they have their differences,
Yeah.
they're both here on Egwene's side, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and Darlin's a cool guy. I like Darlin, and he talks about Rand liking him because he's not just a butt kisser.
Yeah.
He'll speak his mind and tell him when he disagrees with stuff. So they think that Rand's going to listen to reason here, but...
I don't know why they think that.
Well, it's also you're saying he's going to listen to reason, but it's like you don't want him to listen. You want him to listen to your reasoning. He has his own reasoning that's reasonable in his eyes. So you want him to listen to your reasoning, not just reason in general. It's not like he's being unreasonable.
And you don't even know what his demands are yet.
Yeah, well,
how can you-
they
other
know they're
than that,
breaking
yeah.
the seals. That's the big thing that they know, and that's the number one
But
thing
they
that
also don't know what he knows.
right.
Maybe he's going to come in with some legitimate reason.
Yeah.
He's like, I found out these seals are actually made of poison. And if they stay
Yeah.
together, it's going to poison the world.
Nice.
I found that out.
Good metaphor.
Darkwing told me himself. And
There
then
you go.
and then what would they do? Be like, oh no,
Yes.
keep them together so that the world can be
Egwene
poisoned?
would say she's come in 100% opposing Rand for this meeting.
No,
That is her
I'm
entire
aware.
job.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
everyone else who's so set on oh, he shouldn't break these.
Yeah.
We don't know what information Rand has
Yeah.
about why these should be broken.
I don't know. And also it's the whole you've accepted that he is the Dragon Reborn, the prophesied savior of humanity.
Yeah.
Why are we not more open to listening to what he wants to do?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Because he's crazy.
it's the prophecy.
Oh, that boy crazy.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, and then we see a surprising sight because the flag of Eridomen is here,
Shows
and it's
up.
the king's flag. So Egwene's like, oh, maybe that means Ituralde has taken the kingship or
Or
whatever you want to
maybe
call it.
Rand is the king himself. Who knows?
Or Rand picked somebody else for it. So yeah, so that is surprising because we know that it was Al-Salam who got found
Yes.
and what it like is the king still. And then Egwene apparently just found out that the White Tower was involved in kidnapping him, and she wants to know. She doesn't know if Rand knows that the White Tower did that, and it's like, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
that was part of it.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know, because I didn't know if Rand knew that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like he.
Well, I don't remember. I
He
don't
like
know.
sent out the people to like find them or something. I can't remember. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Rand knows
Okay.
that the White Tower was involved in it.
Yeah.
Let me think about that, but I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just double checked, and it was Cadsuane who found Al Salam and then like brought him for the reunion with Ideralda, and there was that whole like Ideralda and Al Salam were friends, and
Okay,
you're
okay.
alive. So I'm pretty sure Rand would know because that's all part of the crew.
Right, because if Cadsuane found
That's all
him-
part
yeah,
of the
yeah,
crew.
Yeah. Okay.
So there we go. All right.
Okay, and the other surprise is that King Rodran is here,
Yes.
leading the Mirandians, and he decided to join the rest of the world
Yeah, so she's gonna ride up to him and have
and
a
be like,
conversation.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't invite you.
Yes. Yeah. So a couple of her thoughts before we get into this little like
You're
Rodran.
not on the list."
Yeah, the Egwene Rodran conversation is pretty funny though. Okay, so there's a couple things. Egwene is doing a tally of who she thinks is on her side versus who is on Rand's side for this. So Egwene thinks Elena's on her side with Andor and Kyrian, and then she also has Tyr and Ilian with those guys. But then Rand probably has Gildan and the Borderlanders. But it's also like you're doing this tally, but it's not like this is a vote. Like Rand
No.
isn't going in to be like, oh, 50%
No, but-
of you guys disagree. Oh, shoot, I guess
But
I'm not
to
going to do my
Egwene,
plan.
she's like, if more than 50% of us can hold Rand down, we'll tie him up.
Yeah, and then what?
And then we won't let him do what he wants to do,
I
and
guess
then
so.
we win.
I guess so.
That is the White Tower way.
Yeah. And she also calls it, though. She does think that Rand's going to want to direct the last battle personally.
Sure.
And she's like, that can't happen.
Why?
Well, I actually agree with her on this point. Like, him being in charge of all the like,
armies and
the
stuff?
armies and
Yeah.
stuff. His job is to fight the Dark One.
Okay.
It's not to fight the
Okay,
the
that's
armies
fair.
in the Shadow
I
Spawn.
agree with that.
Like, if you break it down to the simple nature of what your job is, his job is to deal with the Dark One, not the battlefields. We have lots of, like, very experienced battle guys,
Yeah.
right?
Those
we got
guys are
lots of
good.
people. Yeah.
They're great,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So,
Some of them are really great, and they're great captains. And there's also another person who has like the nickname Son of Battles. I'm just saying. Like, we got people.
The next new great captain.
We have some people who are qualified for this position.
Yeah, so that's fair. And
Yeah.
to be honest,
It was Matt if you.
Yeah, no, I got it.
It's like, we should get Matt here.
I don't think Rand even wants to lead all the armies.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to go deal with
Yeah.
the Dark One.
But I also
and
agree,
you
like,
guys deal with everything here.
I agree with the fact, like, maybe he should have some, like, overarching power of things, but he doesn't need to, like, personally be like, you go there. And I don't know how to, I don't know much about commanding armies, believe it or not. But
You go there.
you go there, you do that with you guys
And
over
you
there.
guys?
Yeah,
All up right here.
right here. Straight line charge.
And the rest of you
Line up in a straight line.
over here.
All right.
And I'm going to sit back here and watch.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay. All right. So now we can get into the Egwene Rodran conversation here.
Well, he's pretty miserable.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Which would make
and
sense if he's
Is he a
D-man.
dick
Yeah.
always? Or is he just a dick to Egwene right now?
We don't know very much about him.
I'm getting the vibe that he's just always sort of a dick.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't think that he's necessarily being misogynistic and just doesn't like Egwene because
He's
she's
just
an
an
nice
ass. Yeah.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
I bet he's just an asshole
To everybody.
to everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with
like,
that.
I don't think it has to do with Aes Sedai or a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he's just a dick.
Yeah, and we really haven't. I don't even know if we've actually met him ever.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard about him because he also was sort of like cutting a deal with the band of the Red Hand,
Oh.
like
Right,
way back to
right.
like do a little bit of side
Yes.
work, basically.
Yes.
That's when he was like up and coming, which would have been funny if it was D-Mandred, because then it's like, oh, D-Mandred is getting the band to like do stuff too. Anyways, not that.
Oh, it's not that
So,
at all. And
he's-
I never even actually, that never crossed my mind because I actually
Yeah.
don't even know who this is.
Yeah.
I never.
It's King Rodran of Mirandi.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mostly because anytime we've ever heard about Mirandi or anything,
Yeah.
it's like, man, that place doesn't have its shit together.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
wouldn't assume that a Forsaken is commanding this place that doesn't have its shit together.
Right.
Like, if it didn't have its shit together and then halfway through the series, all of a sudden, like, this is too late.
Too late, yeah.
And it
also
doesn't
not
even
good
really,
enough.
And it definitely doesn't have its shit together.
Yeah. Well, a little bit, like in a couple of years. So that's part of what she's thinking.
It's not good enough for me
Yeah.
as a new reader who has no idea what's going on in any place at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't stand out to me as a place that's like good. Like, we've spent a lot of time in Eridomen.
Yeah.
And I know the ins and outs of kind of what's happening over there.
Right.
Mirandy, no.
Nothing happens there.
It's like a what? Where's that place again? Other than the place that there was a weird ice pond meeting?
Right. You get it. That was the thing.
Right at the border.
Okay, so let's talk about...
that's all I know about Mirandy.
Let's talk about this conversation
and 9
here.
horses hitch in.
Awesome.
And the ladies.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right, so hilarious conversation because he's kind of an asshole. And then he's like, well, I didn't get an invitation here, but I thought Mirandy should, stop being left out of things in the world. And that's fine. That's good because that's what you should do as a nation in the world at the last battle.
I agree.
That's fine.
Show up to the party.
Yeah. And Egwene is kind of a dick back and she's like, oh, Elaine sent for you. Oh, that's very nice. And he's all offended because he's like, Elaine didn't send for me. It was an agreement that she's not going to invade Mirandy while we're here and all that stuff. Anyways. So then he goes on this little bit of a rant where he's
about
like...
the false dragon.
Oh, I want to see this false dragon, what everybody's talking about. And Egwene's like, do you know what this meeting here today is about? Like, do you know what this is about? Because it's the last...
You don't even go here.
Yeah, it's the last battle, and we're talking about the last battle against... Like, he's the dragon. It's not a false dragon now.
Yeah.
We're past that.
Way past.
Way past that point. But he kind of says, like, a half-assed answer, and she's like, okay, close enough.
Yeah.
And then...
Egwene says, I've heard you've done a real good job in Mirandy.
Yeah.
You might actually have some real power there soon.
Yeah, and he's
without
like,
Aes Sedai influence. And then she goes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
As if she's had anything to do with anything there.
Yeah.
Basically just to piss him off. Because then he rides away. And Gawain is like, did you really just do that? Scandalous.
Right. Well, I mean, he was being a jerk to her the entire time, too. So, like, yeah, put him back in his place. That's the Egwene that we know of, like, handling rulers, not just, like, bickering. She can handle people really well.
It's funny.
It's great. When she chooses to. Not Rand, though.
Yeah. The part is, though, I think her trauma response.
Right. Yeah.
Gets heightened.
Yeah.
When Rand starts talking ever.
Right.
And then she's like, fight, 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 fight.
Yeah.
And there's like no logic or reason.
Well, I mean, you came into this looking for a fight.
She certainly did.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm ready.
Well, it's literally like, I'm going to fight you. I'm coming to this meeting to fight you and what you're doing.
Yeah. And you better listen.
Right.
Yeah.
Or else.
What?
I don't know. Or
exactly.
what.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick break before we get into this meeting.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And we'll be right back. Okay. So we are back.
Yeah. And now it's meeting time.
It's meeting time because Rand is approaching, finally.
Right. So he's going to the middle of the field where there's no tents allowed to be set up, and he's tromping through the dead grass, and then this is the part where all the grass around him starts to become green and come back to life a little bit.
And then Egwene is like, I wish I knew how he did that.
Yeah.
Gawain, go find out for me what weaves he's using to make that happen.
Yeah, go chat with some of the Aes Sedai who's got Asherman, warders, and then find out. And the whole
Just
sunlight
the
thing.
Audacity.
What's that about?
Just the audacity. Egwene, this actually isn't about you.
No.
You don't have to know everything Rand knows. You don't. I want the grass to turn green when I walk somewhere.
That would look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rand is...
It's not a weave, bro.
Not a weave. It's not a weave. Yeah, so he's a showman, and I love this because he loves his theatrics.
Yeah, he does.
So he's levitating a big bundle, which is a giant tent.
Yeah.
And as he's walking into the middle of the field, as you can see my arms go, he's making the tent like swirl around.
Not with his hands like that, though.
No, it's not. It's very
just
much
happening.
Yeah, and it's all it's forming up, and I love it. It's so good. Mm-hmm. And he makes this gigantic
tent, and then he says 5 from each group may enter.
Each bring 5. Yes, I love it. So we're gonna get a huge list of people. Like choosing and like who's coming in. So I have the list of everybody that we know.
Perfect. Fill us in.
All right. So here we go. You're just going to drink your wine and I'm going to tell you the people.
Yeah.
So we got people in the tent and we don't get a full list, by the way.
No.
So we got Rand and Min. Now, Egwene, she chooses Sylviana, Saren, Ramonda, Lelaine, and Gawain. So it actually kind of makes sense because at first I was like, why Gawain?
Yeah, her logic is fun.
Yeah, it's fine, but she has her keeper and then the 3 very influential people in the tower. And then out of the 4 sisters, she's got 2 each of the rebels and the loyalists.
Yes.
And then Gawain fills in the 5th because if you chose another sister, then you offset those numbers, cause problems. So anyways, that's a goal.
And it's reasonable to have your warder
Sure.
in a potentially dangerous situation.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
We've got Elaine. No notes on numbers for her. Then we've got...
Looking pregnant, though.
Yeah, so pregnant.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't forget.
We got the Borderlanders.
Got to mention that every time.
Yeah. Okay. No goat's milk, though, from what it looks like. She's not actively drinking goat's milk.
Not actively here
Not
at this
right
meeting?
now at this meeting.
No, that's true,
Okay.
yeah.
Borderlanders are here. We don't really get names there. We've got King Al-Salam showing up here for Eridomen. Egwene doesn't know him by face, but then once she's like, who's that? And it's like, oh, Al-Salam. She's like, oh, shit. I wonder if Rand knows.
She thinks, who's that?
Yeah.
And then Sylviana gasps.
Yeah.
And goes, Al-Salam?
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
So Egwene just found out a couple of days ago from Elida's reports that the tower tried to kidnap him.
Right, we already talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've got Catswin coming in. She doesn't bring anybody, but she also doesn't seem to be counted among Egwene's 5, and Egwene doesn't like that. She doesn't like that precedent. So. No, because she's an Aes Sedai. But
Is she, though?
She's Rand's Aes Sedai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've got Perrin and Fael. Doesn't seem like they have 5. And then Nynaeve stands near them. It's not really mentioned how many people
and
are there.
Egwene is just so upset.
Yeah.
The audacity that Nynaeve has to trust Rand right now.
Yeah.
She trusts him. Oh,
I
believe it.
love that Nynaeve is like all in on Rand.
Me
like
too.
she is Mama Bear with Rand.
Yeah, I
Love
like it too.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've got all the Aiel
She's
clan
been
chiefs.
through so much with him.
Yeah, that's true too.
And Egwene hasn't.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Aiel clan chiefs and wise ones, they all like come in together, and we're pretty sure that each clan chief gets 5, and like maybe the wise ones that who knows.
Yeah, we
There's
just sort of let them do whatever they
There's
want.
a whole lot of Aiel in here now, and she does appreciate that some of the wise ones go to stand with Egwene. So we've got Noralia and Amis.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then finally,
so this is like a wedding where you sit on the side,
Pick
like
a
an
side.
old school wedding where you sit on the side of the person that you know.
Pick a seat, not a side.
Well, no, that's
But in this one, pick a side. Yeah.
Better pick a fucking side.
That's what
or
Egwene
you're not
says.
welcome in here.
Egwene says pick a side. Rand literally had a whole thing where he's like, we're on the same side.
Yeah.
We're just disagreeing on what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But we're on the same side.
No,
Rand, we're against you.
Egwene is very sure that Rand is wrong.
Yes.
About that.
Okay. And then last, and we already talked about this, but King Roedran enters. So that's when she notices, like Egwene notices
the whole thing
something happens.
Rand going up to him.
Well, yeah, because as soon as Roedran enters, all the Ashaman around
on alert,
and like Ashaman come in behind Roedran, and all the ones near Rand are like on high alert here, and it's like, what the hell is happening? And then Rand steps over, does the whole like stare down thing. It's like, oh, you're not him, are you?
Yeah, looked into his eyes, and what does he see? And I had to reread that section several times to actually understand what was happening, because I wanted to make sure I read it right, that he didn't actually say, it is you.
Oh, right.
Right, and then we move on. But
that would be terrible coming into this.
But I read it like, it's not you, where are you? And I was like, that's what he's saying here, right? And I had to like read it several times to make sure, because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So, turns out, not Diamandred. I love that Roedran, like, is, who? You're not him? Who are you talking about? And Rand's like, shush. Quiet down, you.
And then he says, as if to no one, where are you?
Yeah. And then he's still like, who?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But anyway, so then Rand just like straight up ignores him after that, because like he's not Diamandred, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can start the meeting.
Okay, so everybody hushes.
Yeah.
Everybody hush.
Hush.
Because Rand tells them, okay, here's some information you should all know by now.
Right.
Kandor has fallen, and Caemlyn is taken by the Shadow, and the last of the Malkieri are under attack at Tarwin's Gap.
Yes. 3 very big events are occurring right now, so.
Now, did we know that the Malkieri had made it to Tarwin's Gap and they were actively under attack? Or is that I just forgot?
Yeah, they made it there.
Okay. And they started fighting and stuff?
Yeah, hypothetically. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we don't really know. We haven't had an update in a minute from them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We're assuming they're not all dead because Nynaeve hasn't been like, Lan's dead.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I assume if that happens, then she'd probably say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like, we collected a huge force. Like, we got a big old army with
Yeah.
Lan going across the borderlands.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So Rand's like, by the way, 3,000 years ago, I met the Dark One. And here's what happened.
I met him.
Here's what happened. We had way better stuff.
Yeah, I love this.
We had so many better things than you guys have.
The Chandlers were better. The stuff was better. The Terangriel were better.
Food was better.
Wine was better.
Wine was way better.
Way better. Way better. Everything was way better.
Everything was better. You guys pretty much suck.
Everything sucks nowadays.
And guess what? And guess what? We barely won.
Right.
And so, hello.
Yeah.
How are we going to win? Because you guys all suck.
Yes. You
so
literally
bad. Suck.
You're so bad.
Yeah.
The Shadow's basically the same as they were 3,000 years ago.
This is how I want every leadership meeting to start.
Yeah.
From now on. The team I used to lead was excellent.
Was so good.
It was so good.
Way better at their jobs.
And you guys are terrible. So you better do everything I say.
That's why I have to be in charge. Because you guys are the worst.
Rand should write another book.
Yeah. How to manage and lead people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the point of this is that they need a plan, and we need to present a unified attack.
Because last time that's what we didn't do.
Last time we didn't, and we know specifically, like the men
Women
went in and did it. We
said
get it. The
no.
taint. I don't know if you know this, but like the men went in, and then the taint.
Literally, you're doing exactly what they did before, and it didn't work.
Saying no to Rand's plan,
Yeah.
and then leaving him to do it himself. Terrible.
Ugh.
Okay.
Maybe have you tried explaining it to her that way, Perrin?
No, she's not a blacksmith, man.
No, that was me. That was me doing Perrin's voice.
Yeah.
And I said Perrin instead of
She
her.
wouldn't get it. She's not a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This time, Rand is not going to have that again. He's not going to save the world only to have it broken a second time. He's not going to die for the nations of humanity to turn on each other as soon as the last battle is over. And actually, I agree with him on this.
I medium agree with him.
Well,
You'll probably change my mind in the things you have to say.
Sure.
But I don't think he should care as much.
Okay, well, that's different than you think that he's wrong. Okay, well,
yeah. I think that if they all destroy each other after, that means he won?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that the world can spin again in a new way, whatever.
Yeah.
Patterns and wheels and such.
Yeah.
Time, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're saying the right things. You're saying words that are generally...
And so, if it so happens that things go to shit again after, then I guess that's just what happens.
Yeah.
And if Rand truly is gonna die, destroy the Dark One in doing so, and then everybody goes to war again, then I guess that's just what happens.
Right.
Like, I get that he's trying to care.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he should focus so much on this. Because like we said, this really doesn't... Leading the armies and leading the nations isn't his job.
I get that too.
And so if they're all going to fight each other and they can't be diplomatic together after all of this, then I don't think that Rand should be imposing this whole UN situation.
Right. He's basically trying to form, in a sense, like NATO.
That's what he's doing. Against like the Shanchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they all need to figure that out for themselves too.
To make them stop fighting each other. So, okay. So let's break it down here a little bit here. Rand says, I know you guys are, as soon as like the last battle is done, you're going to be a bunch of assholes to each other again. And Egwene thinks that, I think she thinks he's right because she looks around and thinks, yeah, like which nations are going to be broken by the last battle? Which ones are going to step in out of altruism to help a neighbor? But how soon does that altruism turn into greed with scooping up another nation?
And power and stuff.
And then she specifically references Elaine who has
already done that.
Already did, and she did. And like, yeah, we can like Elaine, but she literally scooped up Kyrie.
And that's kind of my point, though. Like, so what? It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing when that happens.
Yes.
And enforcing this entire thing, I think at this point is a waste of time, and it's a rabble. It like rouses up the crowd.
Right.
Is it distraction tactic?
Well, Egwene thinks that too. Like, is he distracting the leaders with this so that he can get what he actually wants, which is breaking the seals. So,
well, she's just hyperfixated.
She is hyperfixated on that for sure.
Because I think Rand legitimately wants this.
He does, because I'm going to point back to Rand being a good little farm boy raised by Tam. He was raised right, and he has been in this terrible situation for the last 2 years where he has caused so much death and destruction, and he wants to leave a little bit of a legacy of hope.
Well, yeah, because he's like, you have to have universities.
You have to have public education, and you have to have hospitals, and you have to stop, like, taking each other's countries over.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes I'm working with here.
I know.
Yeah, I get it.
But at the same time,
he wants to do something good. And that's what his entire speech is about. He's like, I'm going to trade what I have, which is my life. I'm going to give my life, but in exchange for something that I want, which is for the people, not you idiot rulers.
I feel like
I want the people to stop suffering for a little while.
I feel like maybe posing it like it's a bargain. Oh, you give me this and I'll help you.
Yeah.
I think is the wrong move.
Right.
For this group of people.
Well, he's saying it in a very, like, do what I want or else I'm not going to fight the Dark Ones.
And, like, the problem is, though, everybody is just self-centered enough that they don't care if he goes and does that.
You know, I'm not even sure if there is a Dark One.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
Well, because, like, that's the problem, too. We have freaking what's-his-face who's, like, false dragon here at this meeting.
Yeah.
So, the problem here is that we're expecting them to all be like, oh no, but we need you to go do that. And like really, really care.
Yeah.
And I think they're self-serving enough to not care.
Some of you may die. But yeah, no, and that's the tricky part.
Because some of them are so oblivious to the fact that the last battle is even upon us.
Well, yeah.
And how it's even going to affect them at all.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's get into the details here a little bit. So Egwene says nobody wants war, but you're talking like too high level here. You can't change human nature. You can't be this emperor tyrant and assign, like, you can't tell us to do this.
Okay. So this is Egwene's misstep.
Sure. Calling him a tyrant?
In this meeting, number one, even saying anything right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because normal Egwene,
yeah,
in her ruler situation, would sit back and let everybody else rabble.
Don't be the arguer.
Don't be the
Listen
arguer.
to the arguments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what she does.
She gets sucked into it.
And that's every meeting that Egwene's ever had that I've enjoyed reading. They've been some of my favorite chapters.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets sucked into it so hard.
She can't even wait for him to finish even saying what he's saying.
He hasn't even brought out the treaty yet.
He hasn't even brought anything out. And she's like, no, shut up. You can't say
Bad
the things
ideas.
you're saying.
Hate it.
Hey, tyrant idiot. You can't do these things. And so she, I think, realistically should be sitting back and waiting to put her points forward about the things she legitimately cares about.
Yeah.
Because it's not this.
No, because she's not even the leader of a nation.
She's not.
She's Tarval, and he even excludes the White Tower from this, this treaty.
They can go take over whatever country they want.
I know it's not going to matter, so like whatever. But like all the other nations.
Except turns out, if they want to go take over a bunch of nations, it sounds like they can.
Maybe you can. Okay. Yeah. So let's get a little bit more into it.
So that's misstep number one.
Right.
In terms of like, okay, let's pretend I'm on Egwene's side.
Okay.
And I want her to get what she wants.
But you don't?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I actually
Are you on Rand's side?
I am on Rand's side. I'm on Rand's side, but I'm on Egwene's side and respect her position.
Sure.
And I respect her right to be able to debate this very serious topic. Mm-hmm. And I think Rand does need to be questioned, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So misstep number one is just screaming out in the middle of nothing.
Don't do that. Okay.
About something she doesn't even want to debate about.
Yeah.
She's just mad around.
Okay, let me get into the details on this. So he pulls out his oversized document and he says it's the Dragon's Peace, and it's one of 3 things that I'm going to require from you. Your payment to me in exchange for my life. So I love that Elaine snatches it up right away and she starts reading.
Well, she notes that Rand must have let her take it.
Well, because it didn't get stuck to the table or something like.
Which he could do.
He could, yeah, but he's not going to. He wants them to read it. So,
and also, can we talk about the term oversized document? How big?
I like to imagine just like one of the, in the movies, like the
big
cartoons,
scrolls?
the scroll that just like keeps
Goes
going.
to the floor?
Yeah, it's like so long. That's what I like to imagine.
Because I picture an undersized document being like a little document you tie to like a crow's leg.
Oh yeah,
or a raven's leg.
Yeah.
That's like tiny documents.
Yeah.
And this is like, I picture it like big document.
It could be that
like
too.
Poster
Is it like twice as wide as it should be?
Yeah,
I don't know.
oversized.
It's like the big. Yeah. All right. So let me do the specifics here.
Okay.
So Rand tells them that there's some basics. So it locks the borders of the nations to their current positions. It forbids countries from attacking each other. It requires the opening of a great school in each capital. It has to be fully funded and open to anybody who wants to learn. And then Elaine is reading it, so she points out more things. If you attack another land or enter into an armed border dispute, the other nations are obligated to defend the country attacked. It restricts tariffs to prevent strangling of economies, especially right after the last battle. It's going to put barriers on marriage between rulers of nations, so you can't just like marry your kids off to scoop up other nations here, unless the lines are clearly divided. And then it also creates provisions for stripping lands from lords who are starting conflicts. So she's like, are you seriously expecting us to sign this? And Rand's like, yes. Yes, I am.
And then that's when all the outburst starts because, no, don't tell us what to do.
I love there's a couple responses that are super funny, but like the Darlin and Gregorin, like the Tyrellian one, they're like, but there's good reasons for conflicts
Fighting your
at
neighbors.
the borders. Yeah. What about, and then the big question is like, but what about the Shanshan? So there are some questions that we got to figure out, but in general, I'm okay with what Rand's talking about here.
Me too, but my point overall is that not his business.
Not his business. I get that too. I understand that. And I also partially agree that it's like your job is
if
the last
battle. If a bunch
battle
of leaders came
one,
together and said, we have a huge problem here.
Yeah.
And we need this fixed.
Right.
Like, let's actually develop
a
United Nations of sorts, if they choose to call it that.
Yeah.
Just a thing I just made up. There's a bunch of nations that are united
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
If we were to do that, then maybe things could go well here for all of our countries and all of our people. And then that's kind of how something like that would develop. It is a little, what's the word, tyrannical?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
To just come in and be like, everybody, this is for peace.
Honestly,
do what I say.
But the problem with trying to get me to disagree to that is that I like Rand, and I also agree that like the leaders of these nations aren't going to do the right thing.
But I don't care.
They don't do the right thing.
I don't care. Rand shouldn't care.
This is why you're not allowed to be a ruler.
What? No, I'm upset because I feel like as a ruler, like, don't tell me what to do.
He's just trying. He's looking out for the little guy, and the issue.
I don't like that because if I'm a leader, I'm not the little guy.
We also don't know what the last battle will do to the nations.
Sure, but isn't that for the nations to figure out after the last battle?
He's assisting them in figuring it out now
against their will.
Yeah, because they're a bunch of stupid buttheads.
I think,
and they need to be put in their place.
I agree, but this isn't the way to do it, and it's never going to be the way to do it. This is dumb, and I don't like it.
I think that he's being too open to conversation. I think that he should have individually met the rulers.
You love tyranny. You're this.
If Rand al'Thor is going to be the overlord,
like overlord, just dictator.
I for one welcome our new Rand al'Thor overlord.
No one else does at this point.
Well, that's their problem. Oh, maybe some of them. Okay, okay. So while they're all rabbling,
I didn't expect any of this. I thought it was just the seals thing.
Yeah, no.
So
we're on the seal. So
no, I know that, but it's like it warrants discussion.
Sure. If you think that Rand shouldn't be a tyrant, I guess.
I think it warrants discussion between me and you.
Yeah.
And the community in general about does Rand have the right to just impose this, even if it's for the good?
For the good reasons.
Even if it's for super good reasons, and in the end, probably good outcome. Does he have a right to impose this?
But here's the thing. We also know that
he's not the leader of everybody. He's not king of the world.
Well, I mean, he's...
Nope, he's not king of the world.
Oh, he's prophesied savior.
That's different than king of the world.
There is no king of the world. Okay. So
exactly. We
also know the Dragon's Peace, according to Ruidian, doesn't go well for the Aiel.
No, we know.
But I'm just saying.
Well, that's what I thought Avienda was going to stand up here and be like, I require my boon now.
I need my boon now.
I need the Aiel to be a part of this deal.
The Aiel get What? Go.
They're included in the Dragon's Peace.
Oh.
They're not excluded.
But I thought you were like,
No,
I don't
they're
even
their own
want the
nation.
Dragon's Peace.
I don't. I actually think we'll save the Aiel nations if we don't have a Dragon's Peace.
We don't have a Dragon's Peace. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we got to move on. Egwene has two other... No. Nope. Egwene wants to hear the other two requirements.
Well, no. She says, and what else you want, bud? Tell us. Tell everyone what you want.
Right. Okay, so Rand's like,
Just
you
like
know,
that.
you know one of them, so it's the seals. And Egwene says, well, I'm their watcher. And Rand says,
In
sort
title
of.
only.
Sort of.
Do you even know where they are,
Yeah.
bitch?
He's like, because I have them, and I'm going to do whatever I want with them. And the only reason I even talk to you is out of respect for your traditional title.
Stupid title
Yeah.
that means nothing. Yeah.
And I am going to break them. And then that starts a whole argument
And we
over breaking
actually
the seals.
don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah. It's
The
like,
whole
you don't
reason-
even have them.
The whole reason we're gathered here
Yeah.
is it because I'm going to break these seals.
Yeah, that's not part of that's
No.
not the argument here.
Yeah.
So Egwene goes into the whole, and we've heard this conversation
This
before.
is madness. Madness, I tell you.
It madness. The Dark One's going to be loose in the world. And the Rand's like, no, because even during the War of Power, when the Boar was created and there were no seals, like the Dark One wasn't physically out. So breaking the seals isn't going to release him, at least not immediately. And then
You can't know that for sure.
and it's like, I guess not, because then he does kind of say, like, I guess I don't know 100%. And she's like, ha,
Gotcha.
It's
It's a gotcha moment.
Yeah, it's sort of. And then Rand tells her, like, it's not a perfect plan, but if I go against the Dark One with the unbroken seals, the only option I have is to create another
Seal.
imperfect seal over top of the existing seals.
Yeah.
And then it's just like patchwork, and that's going to be worse. And who's to say that we're not going to be in the exact same position
And
in
I'm
like
in
a
the
couple
back.
hundred
I'm
years?
in the back of the crowd going, do the blacksmith metaphor again.
Yeah, Perrin.
Do the black.
Perrin.
It helps us understand it better.
Yeah, Perrin's a blacksmith. Maybe he could say it
Help
that
us.
way.
Help us understand it with metaphors.
There's no time for that. There's no time for that. What about us like baking a cake, and you got to start with fresh ingredients. You can't disassemble the old cake.
Yeah, it's like building a building.
It's like your mom making the honey cakes. What is Mr. Salvier like? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're building an inn.
Yeah.
what can Egwene connect with here? I don't know.
Yeah, we need to break down the whole thing.
Yeah.
To build up a new one.
Build a new one.
Same metaphor.
Just that. It's the same metaphor over and over again. Anyways, we don't have time for metaphors. Rand's like, what if we end up with the taint again because it's just me doing it? And Egwene says another bad answer.
She says, I don't give a fuck.
We'll be basically, she's like, we'll be ready this time. And he's like, that's not better. That's worse.
Because I don't want the taint again. And
No.
she's like, whatever, cycles, I guess.
Yeah. So it's a whole back and forth. And we've basically heard both sides of this argument over and over. And we're not making any progress.
No, and actually, to my surprise, Rand is getting flustered.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe at the beginning of this, where she starts like yelling out, a little out of character for herself lately, I thought it was going to be more like Taviran-y stuff.
Yeah.
So that Rand can get kind of what he wants.
Mhm.
And then she was going to have to like
Well,
do the
we're close.
2-on thing where we fight the Taviran
we
influence.
almost get to that point, too,
Yeah.
at the very end here. Not
But
quite
I
as
thought that
strong,
was going
I'd
to
say.
happen.
Yeah.
But Rand also starts getting flustered, and he's like, "Oh, Light Egwene, what do you want from me? God!"
You know what brings Zen Rand out of its zen is his
Egwene.
ex-girlfriend. Oh, man.
I think Egwene, even as his girlfriend, also made him feel like this.
Probably, yes. Yeah. They were promised to each other, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's a small community.
Nearly betrothed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then there's like more
Oh, we
back and
forgot
forth.
to talk about how she's a little bit proud of him.
Oh, yeah. But we're never going to say that.
But now we hate him.
I would
again.
never tell him in person. I would never tell him this out loud, but he's doing a super job.
Except for this specifically.
Except for this specifically. Okay, so then Rand tells her his real plan, kind of like quietly at this point, because most of the leaders are
They're
arguing.
all arguing over the...
Yeah, but we have a couple people who are listening, like Catswin is doing laps and not looking at them, which means she's for sure listening.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
That's the best
I
tactic.
get it. Like, this is a whole group meeting. No one's supposed to not listen. Anyways, so he tells her, I'm going to kill him, Egwene, the Dark One. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to rip open the prison. I'm going to enter it and face him. And I'll build a new prison if I have to. But first, I'm going to try to end all of it by killing the Dark One. So,
And she's like, what?
you're crazy. And then she does the whole, like, you need to have the White Tower guide you. And he's like, no.
The last time that happened, I ended up in a freaking box, lady.
And I understand that too. And she's using all the worst words to say to Rand. Like, don't say you need the White Tower to guide you. Like, that's such a Aes Sedai thing.
Yeah. She's not being even remotely diplomatic or strategic, where it felt like it was coming so naturally to her.
Yeah.
Every time, like, this is how she got to this position.
Yeah.
Is because naturally, in these positions where everyone's squabbling and having a hard time in a meeting, she's kept her cool and used it against everyone else in, like, a really badass way.
Right. Not this time, not with Rand.
No.
Yeah, and that's why I really like this chapter, because it does go very poorly.
It
goes poorly.
It's annoying, and I like it, you know? But, like, I also hate it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to jump back here, because now we got some of the rulers, like, actually talking through these points of point number 1, which is the Dragon's Peace.
Yeah.
So we have some people actually supporting it. So Queen Zenobia of Saldea says, yep, I'm going to sign it. We got Gregorin of Ilion, who's just a steward, saying, I'm not going to do it. And then we got one of the other Borderlanders being like, you're not even the king of Ilion, unless you're assuming that Rand's for sure going to die, in which case I don't even know if you're next in line, bud.
It's a squabble.
It's a whole bicker.
Yeah.
And then Alejandra points out that the real problem is the Shanshin. Then we got Galad saying the White Cloaks will sign it. So
White Cloaks are there.
Yeah, White Cloaks. Galad's here.
Everyone's there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the White Cloaks will sign it.
And Berlane looks at Galad all dreamy-eyed with hard eyes from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Mayen is also gonna.
Says, yep, Mayen's gonna do that too.
100%.
But to be fair, Galad also has hard eyes.
Yeah.
It's not like a one-way situation.
It's a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
They both have hard eyes for each other.
Yeah.
And then Rodrin speaks up and he's like, I don't care about the seals at all, because that's the Aes Sedai business. He wants to hear the third thing.
What's that other thing?
What's the last thing here? But it's actually kind of funny, because in the people who are agreeing to this Dragon's Peace, they point out that it's like, the weak countries. I think it's like Darlin or Tyr, someone who's like, of course Mayen would want to agree to this. Because because they don't want your stupid country taking it over like you always try to.
Yeah, but I like trying to take over their country.
But I want
and
their
I
little
might
country.
get it. I want their whales.
Yeah, I want that sweet
whale oil.
That clean burning lamp oil. Like, no, guys, stop it. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, so hey, don't worry. We went on a record a long time ago and said don't hunt whales.
Don't hunt whales. It's
we
on
said
the don't do it list.
We recorded that. We said it.
Yeah,
okay?
I don't even think we even have to say that. I think people know.
Okay. All right. So
this is Tyr who wants it, not us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different.
So now Rodrin's like, what's the third requirement? And Rand says, okay, last and final thing, I get to command your armies for the last battle. Utterly and completely. You do what I say, you go where I say, you fight where I say.
Boo, Rand,
and
boo.
That is an even bigger eruption. And then Egwene.
Rand.
Yeah, Egwene thinks it's the least outrageous of the demands,
Boo,
but we're still not going to give him
boo.
anything he wants. Yeah, we're giving him literally nothing. So now Egwene is sitting back and listening to the arguments, because she's not talking right now. But she can see Rand's temper like flashing through his face.
Oh, this is when he's like, frick these stupid idiots.
This is the worst.
We're on the same side, I thought.
So then so Rand, after all the bickering and the arguments trail off, and he tried.
You know what would go a long way here? Some compulsion. You know, I see
not
the benefit.
Everybody, just like
just the ones who don't
ones.
agree with the things he's saying.
Yeah. That's like not even everybody.
It's like the perfect way to handle this situation.
I love it. Okay, so then Rand tries to do the whole, like, I'm a nice guy. I need you. You need me. The land needs us.
Blah, blah, blah.
I know you're going to argue, but we don't have time. You can't talk me out of this, because you can't make me do anything I don't want to do.
Yeah, okay,
You
true.
can't make me fight the Dark One, so...
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, he's gonna fight the Dark
That's what
One.
Egwene says, and then she gets very unsure about that, because she's like, nobody here thinks you're not going to fight Rand. Don't be an idiot, you stupid, wool-headed fool.
And then he's like, maybe I'm a wool-headed fool.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because, okay, so...
He's like, I don't care. I guess we'll all just die then.
We got...
What?
I love it, though, because they're like, oh, this is extortion. And Rand's like, no. But also like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what he wants or die. And he can do that if he wants to.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Well...
He's gonna do it anyway.
After this meeting, maybe he does.
Nah, no.
Well, okay.
No.
So at this point,
I also am Egwene here. I'm calling his bluff.
But this is the issue. If you call his bluff in front of everybody, then he's just going to leave. and make you think about it for a little while.
Well, he certainly is going to try to.
Yeah, so Egwene can feel him exerting his Taviran nature because
Can
he's
he
like,
do that? Is that a thing he's capable of doing, or is it just the pattern who swirls the?
So we've seen him sort of do that intentionally at times.
I don't
when he
believe. I
really
don't
wants
believe it.
something. We've seen it. We saw him.
I think that it just happens,
I think he's aware of it though.
but I don't think he has control of it.
But I think he's.
I don't, because then it's more compulsion-y. Is it
pattern-
just compulsion?
The pattern wants you to do this.
Okay, but then it's the pattern's will,
Right.
not Rand imposing it.
Sure. I
'Cause if
feel like
Rand
I
is
feel like he's got
imposing
I feel like he's got some awareness of it though, because
Maybe he can feel it start happening, but I
Maybe.
don't think he controls it, because that's what separates
I don't
him
thi-
from the
yeah, I don't
evil
think it's
guys.
I don't think he controls it like a weave. No. Like,
No, I don't think
wasn't
so
saying
either.
that.
But the way you said imposes his Taviranness on them, like I don't think.
It's a willpower thing. He really wants this to work, and he starts really wanting this to work.
Sure.
So the pattern's like, okay, we're gonna do this
Well,
together.
yeah, but I don't think that that's Rand actively using Taviran nature to control people.
Okay. Yeah.
I really need in my brain
Sure.
there to be like a distinct separation and have this like thing that happens around Rand to not be in Rand's control.
The problem with Taviran nature and the pattern is
it's
that
a plot device?
well, is that there is like that's the argument for like, is there free will if there's a pattern? Like, do any of our characters have free will?
God. Okay, I don't want to get into that now.
But I mean, that's
no, I get it.
That's the
I
philosophical argument
that
we're talking
is,
about here.
That
Is
is,
if
but
there's
I'm just without getting into an entire philosophical discussion. I was going to say argument. Discussion.
Sure.
I, as a reader of this series, and maybe you can feel differently than I do.
Right.
I don't want to read this book thinking that Rand has control over who he Tavirans and who he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think,
how he uses it or how it works.
I don't think he does either. I think he just, when he really, really, really wants something.
Well, that's Taviranness, though. He really wants it, and then it starts trying to go his way.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
it's not Rand doing it.
Okay. However you want to say that makes you feel better.
That's how it makes you feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we're good. We're good. Anyways, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So whatever he thinks or isn't or is doing.
It starts kind of working on a
starts
couple
sort of working,
them.
but Egwene feels that it's starting to work, and she's like, oh man, these people are going to sign this document. So she's like, no, Rand, not doing it.
They'll complain, but they'll bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, we're not going to be bullied into signing your document. You're a fool if you think we're going to let you let the world burn, blah, blah, blah. And then Rand gives her like a death stare. And then she's like, oh, maybe I'm not so sure about that now.
And one of the Asherman doesn't take kindly to her calling Rand foolish.
And then one of the Aes Sedai, or it's a Sylviana, her keeper, doesn't like the Asherman talking that way to the Amerlin.
Right.
And then it's like, boom, everything explodes and it's going to crap. It's going worse because all the other arguments flare up again. And then Rand's growling like, I'm going to have what I want, Egwene.
I will have my price.
Yeah, and Egwene's like, you're not the creator. And then he's like, arr! And she's like, ah. And then...
And everything is just like...
Yeah, Rand starts to turn away.
Around. And I was like, no, don't just
He's
leave.
literally going to leave. And Egwene thinks if he leaves, like, this is over.
Well, and not just over. I was impressed that we even got this meeting in the first place.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. If you leave, we're going to have to wait for some other kind of meeting or something. No, thank you. No.
Meeting round two.
No, thank you. I'm impressed we got this one at this point.
Well,
I thought we'd be waiting a lot longer.
This
is
a part of the big problem,
Don't you dare leave, Rand al'Thor.
Don't leave. But this is sort of the issue, is that Rand came into this meeting with 3 demands. And yes, we should be able to question what he's talking about here. But you didn't give any concessions at all about what Rand wants. You said no. And he's getting nothing of what he wants. Not even a fraction of one of the points.
You know what we needed here? A Grey Aja.
Someone
to be a real mediator.
You want what the Grey Aja should be, not what the Grey Aja is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think maybe I'm so triggered by this just because of like real life right now.
Right.
In my life.
Yeah.
But
like negotiating tables and such.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's state of the world. Okay. Yes.
So, not good. Everyone yells at each other and walks away from the table.
Well,
great.
Yeah. Rand says, I'm not going to budge. And she says, all you have to do is stop being such a light-burned, wool-headed, stubborn fool for once.
And you know what? I've heard that if someone's really mad at you and wants something that you don't want, if you just like insult them a lot,
it flips around.
No,
super
then
quick.
they're like, oh, okay.
Have you stopped being an idiot yet?
You're right.
Yeah.
I am an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
what? Come on, everyone.
And then he stares back and he's like, you could stop being a spoiled, self-certain, unmitigated brat for once, Egwene.
Oh.
It's like, whoa, right back and call her a brat.
Well,
I love
she kind of is.
Yeah,
but
I mean, and
she has to be. The problem is no one's being even remotely diplomatic about their brat.
Yeah, there's no concessions. There's no negotiating. There's no like, let's figure out how we can make this work.
Yeah.
It's a no, you're not getting what you want.
And
the issue is that Rand is in a position of power where he doesn't have to negotiate. Like, he can
do whatever the hell he wants, actually.
Would he walk away from the last battle with
You know
it?
what
No,
he could
probably
do?
not.
Meat grinder this whole tent. They're not even they're not even like happy or thanking him for not meat grinding them.
He could.
Yeah.
He could, and the pattern would probably let it happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe they should be thanking him instead of arguing with him and insulting him.
Now we're finally on the same page. I love it. I love it. I don't know.
No.
Rand's my boy, and
but there's some.
I want things to go better for him.
There are some questionable things that happen in this entire chapter.
Sure.
For sure.
Sure. All of this could have been handled better. But this is also the issue: is Rand did all this stuff without ever talking to anybody except for the alien, like the clerks
and Min. Sort of.
Nobody knows about what is on this document. Nobody knows about the Dragon's Peace. Nobody really knows what Rand's plan.
technically knows.
Sort of. She knows that it goes badly.
Yeah.
For the IEL.
Why hasn't she spoke up yet?
We're halfway through the meeting.
Oh, everyone's yelling.
There was a lot of yelling.
Rand was about to leave.
Yeah.
It was about to be over.
Maybe she would run out and be like, Rand, come back, please. That's my boon. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that's not what happened. Instead, we have something else happening. Rand's turning on his heel to leave. Egwene's like, don't you walk through that door. And then he's going to do it. But then someone comes into the tent and
uninvited.
And Rand's like, whoa, who's there? And who's there?
Moraine.
It's Moraine.
Finally.
Moraine is here.
I was waiting for her to show up.
She's arrived.
Yeah.
Just in time to save the day.
Excellent.
I love it.
You know what? When we saw a banner that Egwene was like, wait a minute, what's that banner? When it's Elsalam.
Oh, yeah.
I actually thought it was going to be the Band of the Red Hand.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then it's not.
It's not.
Then I was like, oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, carrying on. Because I've been waiting this whole time.
Right, because Matt showing up with Moraine under the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense, but that's not what happened. So.
Well, maybe it did, but
not that we know.
A little too late, because we just, I don't even know timeline about the whole Tower of Genji, or maybe I do and I forgot it.
Doesn't matter.
It's so muddled and
doesn't matter.
Taken us 2 months to read.
Don't
6
even
chapters.
Honestly, don't even try and timeline this book. Just let's just read it. It's fine.
Doesn't it make sense to want to timeline it?
I guess so, maybe a little bit, but good luck.
It helps me understand what's going on
and
understand motives and stuff, because I have a lot of time to sit with it and think about it.
Yeah.
But these characters don't.
Right.
Like Camelin literally burned last night.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours ago maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're in this meeting, right? So it helps me understand our character headspace if I sort of understand timeline-wise.
Right.
And if I know that Tower of Genji was 3 days ago, and we don't have, and Moraine doesn't have traveling, then she's going to have to get somewhere to learn about this, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
When I'm expecting someone to just show up, it kind of needs to make sense for me.
Right.
As a reader.
Okay.
That's why.
All right.
And I also get your point to leave it alone.
Because there's not going to be good answers all the time. All right. So we are done this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, 1 chapter. And
I'll read it. I'll read the 1 chapter.
Yeah. Read the 1 chapter and then we'll talk about it.
Can't wait.
As we do.
That's how it goes around here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And maybe the second half of the meeting will go better.
Will be better.
Yeah, assuming we're going back into the meeting now because Moraine just showed up. You'd have to appreciate it.
Well, we have to assume she's been listening to the whole thing, especially considering she knows how to eavesdrop.
She does love eavesdropping,
but she doesn't even have to. It's very loud. I'm sure
they're yelling,
and
they're
nobody
shouting.
Specifically put any kind of barrier.
No,
it's
just a tent full of
rabbling people,
100 people, 200 people.
Sure, but then everybody else is also around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because 5 people went into the tent.
Right, everyone else is just
doesn't mean
looking through the...
canvas isn't soundproof.
It's not.
Unless we use magic to make it so.
Right.
Which I don't think we did.
No, we never got any indication of that.
So Moraine walks in, and this is oh my God, she's alive moment.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm a little bit concerned about how much influence Moiraine is going to have over what's going on here.
Yeah.
When she's missed so much.
Maybe.
Like I love Moiraine.
Yeah.
Love her. I don't think she should be the all-knowing influence of what should happen here.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything.
But that's what she thinks. She thinks that's what, like, that's always been her thing, for 5 books.
Yeah, but
that was always her thing.
Let me remind you, when we last left Moiraine, right before she went through, she had figured out how to handle Rand.
Sure. He's different now.
Arguably,
things
he's
are different.
Better. He's better
Arguably,
now.
he's better, but he has Cadsuane, who she's going to have to contend with.
I guess we'll see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. There's lots of things I'm thinking about. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to read about it. I hope. It's one chapter. So.
Just read it, yeah.
Okay. So before you go ahead and get in a big fight about the end of the world with your ex-girlfriend, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett and produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Mo Zyme, Jamie Young, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Matt Truss, Antoine Benoit, Ashley Bradley, MKM, Megan, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, Chris G, Sarah Creech, Saverio Bartolini, Meg621, William Johnson, and Soccer Files Canada, with music by Audionautics. All right, everyone, and be sure to check out our Patreon page if you're interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon-exclusive merchandise like stickers and bookmarks as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to episodes earlier than everyone else, and at the time of recording right now, we have over 45 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. Find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For just general information about our show, like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give a 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping other people find us. And make sure you tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.